Good morning, all. This is the second video for your module 4, chapter 1, virtual memory management. In the first video, I covered the topics of virtual memory background, demand paging, and copy on write. In this video, I am going to explain you about the page replacement algorithms, how the page replacement will take place. Uh, it means in the demand paging, I already said you that in the virtual memory management systems, all the instructions are not fetched or all the instructions are not stored in a one shot in your main memory. What happens by that time? You already know the paging concepts. All whatever the source code you will be sending, whatever the code you have developed, and if you are sending that to the compiler, that set of instructions will be divided into number of blocks. Those number of blocks, if it is a fixed size, it will be called as a pages. Pages is nothing but as a blocks which is divided, your set of instructions or the source code will be divided into set of instructions, and the page size or the block size of each and every page will be as a fixed size. So that is about your paging concept. So what happened in your demand paging? In your demand paging, all the instructions are not stored or all the pages won't be stored in a main memory, because the size of the main memory is very less compared to your secondary storage. So in your primary memory, what happens in demand paging is all the pages will be first stored in your secondary memory, in your hardware or hard disk. In that hard disk, based on the request, demand paging, the name itself indicating that based on the demand or based on the request raised by the operating system or the compiler, it is going to replace or it is going to load the page from secondary storage device to the primary memory, which is already present in the primary memory. It will be it will be removed from the primary memory. So that is the working procedure of your demand paging. But what happens, why the page replacement is required means, in the main memory, if it is having a very less space, so once the full memory is when the memory is going become full, by that time you need to replace the existing page with a newly arrived page. So for that, what are all the algorithms you are going to follow, and what is the conditions or the criterias, based on what criteria are going to select the page replacement algorithm? It Everything will be explained in your page replacement topic. So let's move on to the page replacement topic. Here we go. This is your page replacement, and in the page replacement, you will be having a three types of algorithms. One is FIFO, first come first serve, and the next algorithm is your LRU, least recently used algorithm, and the last one is optimal page replacement algorithm. So these are the three types of page replacement algorithms you will come across through your virtual memory management topic. So in this first come first serve, as the name indicates, it is going to serve the which is existing one. You already learned the FIFO method in your module 2, while process scheduling algorithm. But this is quite different for your pages. What happens in your FIFO or page replacement algorithm is, you are going to replace the page which is been for long time. It is nothing but the oldest page in the particular page frame will is going to replaced by the new set of new pages. So while solving the problem, you will clearly understood about the topic or a particular algorithm, page replacement algorithm. So let's consider this as a problem. Here in this question, they have given the reference string. So these are the reference strings they have specified in the question. So totally there are 20 reference strings, or there are totally 20 pages. So in the for that 20 pages, you need to allocate the memory in your primary memory. And in the question, they have specified that the page frame size is 3. It is nothing but you will be in the main memory. Consider in the main memory, you will be having only 3 page frames. So how you are going to allocate these 20 pages in your page using 3 page frames in your main memory. That is the problem to solve in your page replacement algorithm using your FIFO. In this, so here I already entered the sequence, a reference string what they have specified in the question, and the page frame size is 3. So here I return as page frame 1, page frame 2 and page frame 3. The last column is for page hit. I already explained you, I already gave you the formal definition for page hit. What do you mean by page hit and all? Page hit is nothing but if the requested page is present in the page frame, if the requested page is present in the main memory, that situation or that particular instance you will call it as a page hit. If the requested page is not existing in the page frames or in your primary memory, means it is called as a page fault. So this is the this is the definition for your page hit and page fault. So let's start solving the problem. So this is the one is a first page arrived, so you are allocating the first page in your page frame 1. Once it is done, the next page is 2, it is a new page. So in the page frame 1 it is already allocated for 1, so you will keep as it is. The page frame 2 is empty, so you are allocating the new page to the page frame 2. Next is 3. In a page frame 1 is already existing, so you will keep as it is. In the page frame 2 is already allocated, you will keep as it is. The page frame 3 is empty, so you are allocating the page 3 to the page frame 3. Once it is done, the next page is 4. It is a new page and none of the page frame is free. Now you need to replace any one of the page, but how? In the FIFO problem or in the FIFO page replacement algorithm, how you will replace the page, how you will replace the existing page with the new pages? You should consider the oldest page. Here take this, 1 is repeated for 3 times and 2 is repeated for 2 times and 3 is repeated for only 1 time. Compared to all 3, 1 is repeated for and 1 is considered as a oldest page. So you are replacing the 1 by 4 and you will keep other 2 frame values as it is. Once it is done, you are going to check for the next reference string. So next reference string is 2. 2 is already present in the page frame, so you are not going to change any of the values. It will remain the same. And for this particular sequence, you will be considering this as a page hit. This is page hit 1. If the requested page is already present in a page frame, that sequence or that instance you will be call it as a page hit. So you are marking it as a page hit 1. Next next frame is 5, so it is a new page frame. So for that you need to replace any of the existing page. So now you should check 4 repeated for 2 times and 2 repeated for 4 times and 3 is repeated for 3 times. Now compared to 3, 2 is repeated for more times, so you are going to replace 2 by 5. Keep other values as it is. Next page is 3. 3 is already presented in the page frame, so you are not going to change any of the values. You will be keeping as it is 4, 5 and 3. You are marking page hit 2. Next page is 4. 4 is already present in the sequence, so you will be keeping the values as it is 4, 5, 3. This is page hit 3. Next is 2. 2 is not present in the page sequence. 2 is not present in the page frame. So you need to replace this 2 with the oldest page. Here 4 repeated for 5 times, 5 repeated for 3 times, 3 repeated for 6 times. So compared to 3, or 3 is the oldest page. So you are replacing the page 3 by 2. And you will be keep other values as it is. Next is next is 6. You need to replace that. 6 is a new page, so you need to replace that value 6 by the existing page. Here 4 repeated for 6 times and 5 repeated for 4 times, 2 is for 1 time. So 4 is the oldest page. You are replacing the 4 by 6. 6, 5, 2. Next 7. 7 is a new page frame. Sorry, 7 is a new page. So you need to replace any one of the page. Here 6 is 6 repeated for 1 time and 5 is repeated for 5 times. 2 is repeated for 2 times. So here 5 is the oldest value. So you are going to replace 5 by 7. Keep other frame values as it is. Next is 8. 8 is also a new frame. So here 6 for 2 and 7 is for 1 time, 2 is for 3 times. So 6, 7 will keep as it is, 2 will be replaced by 8. Next page value is 7. 7 already existing in the frame, so you are not going to change any of the values. You will be keep as it is 6, 7, 8. Here you are specifying it as a page hit. Next 9. 9 is a new page, so you need to replace that. You are going to replace 6 by 9. 6, 7, 8. Next 7. 7 is already present in the sequence, so you are not going to change any of the values. Keep as it is and mark this as a page hit. Next is 8. 8 is also present in the sequence, so you are not going to replace anything. This is page hit 6. Next value is 2. It is a new page. It is not existing in the page frame. So for that reason you need to replace the existing value. So 7 will get replaced by 2 because it is the oldest value, and next other values will be remain same. Next 5. Compared to 9 and 8, 8 is the oldest one. So keep 9 and 2 as it is, replace 8 by 5. Next is 4. Your 9 is the oldest page, so replace 9 by 4. Keep 2 and 5 as it is. Next last one is your 9. Compared to 4, 2 and 5, 2 is the oldest one, so replace 2 by 9. Keep other as it is. So here you can see that out of 20, using the FIFO method, you will be getting the page it has 6. Only 6 times the page it occurs. So here you can easily write it out. Now total number of pages is equal to 6, and you need to calculate the total number of page faults. How you will calculate the total number of page faults? Total number of reference string minus total number of page hits will give you the total number of page faults. So it is 20 minus 6. It is equal to 14. Next, anyway, while explaining the demand paging performance, I said you that I will explain how to calculate the probability for the page fault while solving the problem. So here we go. The probability of the page fault can be calculated using the formula total number of page faults, it is 14, divided by total number of referencing string 20. So if you are calculating the value, it is nothing but 14 divided by 20 gives you the probability of the page fault. The value of 14 divided by 20 is 0.7. How we will calculate the percentage for the page fault? Percentage is nothing but total number of page faults divided by total number of reference string into 100. For that probability, if you are multiplying with 100, you will be having the percentage value. So if you make it into 100 means it will give you 70%. So 70% is the page fault for the page frame value 3. So this is how you are going to solve the problem in a FIFO manner for the page frame size is equal to 3. In the same way, you can do it for page frame size is equal to 4. There we took page frame size is equal to 3. Here we are taking the page frame size is equal to 4. Yes. What is the difference? The reference string is same. Whatever I have solved for previous problem, the reference string is same. And here only the change is page frame size value. Here the page frame in the previous problem we took the page frame size as a 3, and here we are it is considering the page frame size as 4. Here a small changes, here we are having one more page frame. So how to solve for this? As you solved in a previous problem, you are going to solve in the same manner. So one is arrived first, so you will be assigning the page frame value, page frame 1 for 1, and next keep 1 as it is, to assign 2 for page frame 2, and next is page frame, next page new arrived pages 3, keep 1 and 2 as it is, assign page frame 3 for page 3, and next keep 1 2 3 as it is, 4. Here we go. Once it is done, once all the page frame is arrived, or once all page frames got filled, next you need to check now. Here 2 is already present in the page string, right? 2 is already present in the page frame value. By that time you are not going to change any of the values, keep as it is and mark this as page hit 1. Your next new page is 5. 5 is not present in the sequence. Now you need to check which is the oldest one. So here the oldest one is 1. So replace 1 by 5 and keep other values as it is. Next value is 3. 3 is already present in the sequence, so you are not going to change any of the value. Keep as it is, 5 2 3 4, and mark this as a page at 2. Next is 4. 4 is already present in the sequence, so don't change any of the values. Enter the same and mark it as a page at 3. Next is 2. 2 is also already present in the sequence, so don't change the values. Keep as it is. Mark it as page at 4. Next, 6. 6 is a newly arrived page, so it is not present in the sequence. What you want to do is you need to replace the existing page by the new page, newly arrived page. So which is the oldest page here? 2 is the oldest page compared to all. So keep 5 as it is, replace 2 by 6, and rest of the values will be same. Next, 7 is also a newly arrived page. So you need to replace any one of the page from the existing page. So keep 5 6, compare to all, 3 is the oldest page. Replace 3 by 7 and keep 4 as it is. Next is 8. 8 is also a newly arrived page. It is not existing in the page frame. So replace any one of the page from existing frame. Compare to all, your value 4 or page 4 is the oldest one, so replace 4 by 8. Once it is done, next is 7. Next arrived string is 7. So 7 is already present in the sequence, so keep all the values as it is. Mark this as a page at 5. Next 9. 9 is a newly arrived page string. 5 is the oldest page, so replace 5 by 9. Keep other values as it is. Next is 7. 7 already present in the frame. Keep the values same and mark it as the page hit. 8 is also already present in the frame. Don't make any changes in the values, just mark it as page hit. And next, 2 is newly arrived page, but it is not present in the sequence, so you need to replace the existing page. Here 6 is the oldest compared to all, so replace 6 by 2, keep other values as it is. Next 5 is also newly arrived page, you need to replace from the existing page. 7 is the oldest page compared to other strings, so keep other values same and replace 7 by 5. Next is 4. 4 is also a newly arrived page. It is not existing in the list. So compared to all, 8 is the oldest page. Replace 8 by 4. Next is 9. 9 is already present in the sequence. So need not to change any values, but make it as a page it. You should specify it as a page it. Now once it is done, now we already get the value total number of pages. Total number of pages is equal to 8 and total number of reference string is 20 minus 8 is equal to 12. Total number of page faults is 12. This is how you will solve the FIFO problem, FIFO page replacement problem using your FIFO method. But the thing is, in the first problem we took as a page frame size is equal to 3. In the next problem we took as a page frame size is equal to 4. What is the difference between those two? You will be adding one more page frame, but how it will work, how it will make sense? Here you can see that total page hit is 6 in your page frame size 3, but in if you are making use of page frame size is equal to 4, the total page hit value is 8. Whenever you increase, main intention of the developer to increase the page frame is to increase the page hit value, increase the page it value. Even though if you are increasing the page it value, but you are not getting sorry, if even though if you are increasing the page frame size, even if you are not getting the page it the page it value won't get increased compared to the previous one. Means what is the use of increasing the page faults, sorry, page frames? So that is the one of the reason, which is that is one of the disadvantage for your FIFO. In all the for all the reference string, your page it value won't get increased even though if you increase the page frame size. So for that condition you will call it as Billet's anomaly. So Billet's anomaly concept is nothing but even though if you are increasing the page frame size, if the page hit rate is decreasing, that situation or that circumstance is, you will call it as a Billet's anomaly. So this is the one of the example for that Billet's anomaly. This is the reference string they have given: 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Totally there are 12. Totally there are 12 number of pages. They have specified the page frame size is equal to 3. So we will do it for page frame value is equal to 3 first. Okay. This is the given value, reference string and the page frame size. Once it is done, first page will be allocated for the first page frame and next page will be allocated for next page frame. Third is for third page frame. Now it is 4. You need to replace any one of the oldest page. So compared to all, 1 is the oldest page, you are replacing 1 by 4. Others 2 will remain same. Next is 1. You need to replace 1 by existing page. So compare to all, 2 is the highest or the oldest page. So 4, replace 2 by 1, 3. Next is 2. You need to replace any one of the value. 3 is the oldest page. Replace 3 by 2. Next is 5. 5 is newly arrived page. You need to replace any one of the existing oldest page. So 4 is get replaced by 5. Keep other as it is. Next is 1. 1 is already present in the string or 1 is already present in the sequence, so need not to change any of the values, need not to replace any of the values, but mark it as a h1, page it 1. Next is 2. 2 is also present in the sequence, so need not to change any of the values, mark it as a page it 2. Next 3 is the newly arrived page. For that you need to replace with the existing page. Compared to all, 1 is the oldest page. Replace 1 by 3. 5, 3, 2. Next 4. 4 is a newly arrived page. You need to replace. Compared to all, 2 is the oldest page. So replace 2 by 4. Next is 5. 5 is already present in the sequence. Don't replace anything. Don't change any of the values. Keep as it is. But at the end, mark it as a page 3. So, how many number of pages occurred in this particular for this reference string? Total number of pages is equal to 3. But total number of page string is 12 minus 3. That is 9. This is the total page fault value, or the total number of pages is equal to 3. When you are making use of a page frame size is equal to 3. Let's solve the same problem for the page frame size value 4. First page for the first frame, the second page for the second frame, third page for the third frame, and fourth page for the fourth frame. Later you should check, already 1 is present in the sequence, so keep as it is, no changes, but the hit rate you have to mark the hit page. Next is 2. 2 is also already present in the string, so need not to change anything. Keep as it is, but mark it as page 2. Next 5. 5 is the newly arrived page. So for that page, you need to change the values, or you need to replace the existing oldest page. So 1 is the existing oldest page. So you are replacing the existing oldest page by the new page. So 1 is replaced by 5. Keep other values as it is. Next is 1. It is a newly arrived page. You need to replace by the previously existing page. So 5 as it is. 2 is the oldest page. We are replacing 2 by 1. 3, 4. Here 2 is newly arrived page. It is not existing in the sequence. So you need to replace any one of the existing page. Compared to all, 3 is the oldest page. So replace 3 by 2. Next is 3. 3 is a newly existing page, so you have to replace any one of the oldest page. 4 is the oldest page in this sequence, so replace 4 by 3. Next is 4. Compared to all the strings, 5 is the oldest page, so replace 5 by 4. 1, 2, 3. And next again 5. 5 is not existing in the sequence, so you need to replace any of the existing sequence. Here we go. 4, 5, 2, and 3. So here in this, what happened, the page frame size is 4, but still you got the page it value is equal to 2. So what is the page fault value? 20 minus 2, 10. What happened in this condition? Even though why we increase the page frame size value is, so that we will get the page hit rate very high. Why we need to get the page hit rate very high? Because whenever the OS search for the particular page in the main memory, in a one shot or in a one single request, if we get the requested data or requested set of instructions in a primary memory, means the time consumption will be very less. Because whenever the page fault occurs, whenever the percentage or the number of page fault will be increased, the processing speed will be uh, very low, it will get decreased, because you need to swap the conditions, because you need to swap the processes. For all those things you will require some time, OS will require some time, so the efficiency or the time complexity will be very less. But yeah, that is the main intention for increasing the page frame size. But if FIFO is suffering, it will suffer from the Bellet's anomaly. So this is what Bellet's anomaly is defines. Even though if you increase the page frame size, if your page rate will get decreased, that situations or that conditions we call it as a Bellet's anomaly. There are few advantages and disadvantages in your FIFO page replacement algorithm. The first advantage is FIFO is very simple to implement, as you all now just came through the problems. It is very simple to implement because you need not to worry much about that. The oldest page will get replaced by the new page, so that's it. No other logic. So that is one of the advantage. Disadvantages, it suffers from Billet's anomaly, as I said you, and it is not very effective because it is suffering from the Billet's anomaly. Even though if you increase the page frame size, it may affect on your performance, so it is not very effective. And the last one is system needs to keep track of each frame. These are the few advantages and disadvantages of your FIFO. And I hope you all clear about the how to solve the problem in FIFO and what do you mean by Billet's anomaly. Please try to solve more and more problems on these kind of algorithms, so that if you get any doubt, revert me back.